Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera to all of you. Alright, so today we want to continue our online class for science form 2. Right, so today I want to teach you about the acid and alkalis, which is in chapter 6. Right, so start with the properties of acid. There are 6 properties of acid, which is the first one, the pH value is less than 1 to 7, taste sour, corrosive, and able to turn blue litmus paper into red, react with metal to produce hydrogen gas, and there are some examples of the acid, which is hydrochloric acid, vinegar, lime juice, tartaric acid, nitric acid, and also a lot of examples. We go to the properties of alkalis. So alkalis, the pH value is more than 7 until 14. Okay, and then it tastes bitter, corrosive, and it able to turn red litmus paper into blue. And then, but for alkalis, this does not react with metal. And then example of alkalis such as soap water, sodium hydroxide. This is the example of the alkalis. Okay, so the higher the number of the pH value for alkalis, the stronger the alkalis. But for the acid, the lower the number of pH value, the stronger the acid. Right? Okay. Next, we go to the summaries about the properties of acid and alkalis. Okay. Alright, so as you can see here, this is the blue litmus paper. When you immerse into the acid solution, it will turn into red. And then this one is alkalis. You use the red litmus paper. When you immerse into the alkali solution, the red litmus paper will turn into blue. Okay? But and then for acid, when you touch the acid, it's not slippery. But for alkali, when you touch the alkali, it will produce the slippery feel, right? Okay. Right, acid we can divide into 2 types. One is organic and another one is inorganic. Okay, this is for example for the organic acid. Organic acid means you get the acid from the mother nature, such as from the food, from the fruit, right? For example, citric acid. Citric acid we can get from orange. Malic acid from apple. That's why when we eat apple, we can taste a little bit sour. For example, green apple. Lactic acid from the sour milk. And then acetic acid from the vinegar. Okay, inorganic acid is the acid that are produced, okay, by industry, such as hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. Okay, this is some example of inorganic acid. Okay, now we go to the source of organic acid. This one, for example, acetic acid you can get from the vinegar. That's why this vinegar tastes sour. Okay, and then lactic acid from fermented milk or yogurt. Formic acid is come from the ant and bee. Semut dan juga lebah. Okay. Malic acid from the young apple. Tartaric acid from the grapes. Citric acid from orange and lemon. Tannic acid from the tea. And then carbonic acid from carbonated drink. So this is the example of organic acid that come from the source such as fruit and food. Okay. Right. If the acid and alkalis want to show their properties, they need a water. Okay. Present a water able to show the property of acid and alkalis. Okay. So kalau kamu nak test sabun adakah acid ataupun beralkali, kamu tak boleh letak litmus paper dalam keadaan yang kering. Sabun kering dan juga litmus paper kering. Make sure ada kehadiran air. Sama ada jam litmus paper yang lembap ataupun sabun tu yang lembab. So baru dia boleh show dia punya properties of alkali. Right? For example, when a piece of dry litmus paper is added to solid citric acid, there are no change in color. So you need to add some water. Okay, pour some water. Okay. So when the water is added, the litmus paper will turn into red. So water is very important to show the properties of acid and this is some of the example of experiment from your textbook. Okay, as you can see here, this one acid. When you put the blue litmus paper into glacial ethanoic acid without water. Okay, so without water, the blue litmus paper remain blue. It didn't change into red because not present of water. But this one, when you added some water into the ethanoic acid, so the blue litmus paper will turn into red. Okay. For alkali also same. Okay, this one is solid sodium hydroxide. When you put the red litmus paper into the solid sodium hydroxide without water, there are no changes of color. That means the red litmus paper remain red. But when you added some water, so the red litmus paper will turn into blue. Right. Okay, how can we determine the presence of acid and alkali in a certain solution? So you can use the indicator ataupun penunjuk. Alright. So for the indicator, we have 5 indicator for acid alkali. The first one, phenolphthalein. The neutral color for phenolphthalein is colorless. If the solution is acid, so it remain colorless. But if the solution is alkali, it will change into pink color. Universal indicator, the natural color is green. If we test with the solution which consists of acid, we turn into red. And then for alkali, we turn into blue. The third one, methyl orange. The neutral color is yellow. If we turn with alkali, it will remain yellow. But if we test with acid, it change into red. Okay, so for litmus paper, we have 2 types of litmus paper. Okay, one is blue, another one is red. Okay, if you want to test acid, alright. So if the solution is acid, so when you put the blue litmus paper, even the litmus paper, it will remain red. But if the solution is alkali, the blue litmus paper will change into blue. Okay. And then same with the red litmus paper. Okay. Same with red litmus paper. Alright. So this one is the how you test the presence of acid and alkalis by using the different type of indicator. Okay. Strength of acid and alkalis. Okay. So for acid, the lower the number, the stronger the acid. But for the alkalis, the bigger the number, the strongest the acid. Right. So that means pH 9 and pH 14. pH 14 is stronger alkalis compared to pH 9. And then 7 is the neutral. Right. So that means it's not the alkali and it's also not a acid. And then for acid, pH 6 is lower, okay, compared to pH 2. Okay, this is some example of the substance that have the acidity neutral or alkalinity. Okay, so next, right, so application of acid in daily life. This is some example of the acid, application of acid in daily life. For example, ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid also we can call as the vitamin C, right? Ascorbic acid and vitamin C is same. Boric acid, actually we use to produce the anti antiseptik dalam ubat luka. Okay, kita letak dengan boric acid. And then benzoic acid. Benzoic acid is used to preserve food and fruit to make it long lasting. And then the fourth, vinegar. Actually we use to cookies as making the pickles. Okay, buat jeruk. Tartaric acid untuk buat tartaric acid. Carbonic acid is used in the fizzy drink, carbonated drink. Okay, and then sulfuric acid is used in the car batteries. Okay, so now we go to the application of alkalis in daily life. So for example, magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is a alkali which is we use in the antacid. Okay, so milk or we call as a milk of magnesia, which is it will intake by the patient who have suffered from the gastric. So gastric is because of the hydrochloric acid in the stomach. Alright, so when we drink the antacid or milk of magnesia, so this antacid will neutralize back the acid in the stomach. Okay, and then the second one is potassium hydroxide is used to produce soap. Okay, buat sabun. And then ammonia hydroxide to make a fertilizer, baja, to reduce the acidity of the soil to make sure the soil become fertile and suitable to planting the plant. And then the fourth one, sodium hydroxide is used in detergent ataupun sabun membasuh baju. Jadi kotoran pada baju kita semua tu boleh dikeluarkan lah, okay, menggunakan deterjen yang mengandungi sodium hydroxide. Sama juga macam kita punya sabun mandian harian, okay, dalam tu ada potassium hydroxide. Okay, so that's all for 6.1. Right, so next slide nanti cikgu akan bagi lagi untuk 6.2. Jadi seperti biasa, buat nota, siapkan nota bab 6 sehingga lengkap. Nanti naik sekolah kamu kena hantar nota dan cikgu akan beri markah. Okay, and then seperti biasa habis dari topik kita ada ujian formatif. Alright, so that's all for today. Thank you very much everyone. Stay at home. Okay, jaga diri baik-baik, jaga kesihatan. Okay, bye. Assalamualaikum.